Hello everybody, Michael Gamer here. So today I'll be doing another one of these class matchups, and this time it's going to be for the soldier. Now the soldier is a generalist class, and he's pretty much the stock of the stock weapons of the characters, pretty much the most balanced out of all of them, and he's going to be one of the hardest to actually rank between like who he's going to beat, where I would place all the characters against him here, and he is pretty much the most balanced class in the game when it comes to overall situations. He's not too powerful in one situation, but he's good in every situation. And he also has, his weaknesses are not too bad. He is, let's kind of see what he can do here. So he has 200 health. He's the second tankiest class in the game. He has great mobility if he sacrifices his damage, if he uses the rocket jumper and uses a shotgun. It can be like I guess a soldier, which is pretty much another way of saying shotgun soldier, but with way more mobility. Or he can be a soldier with a lot of damage he has to do to himself, but he gets greater mobility even than the scout, arguably greater than him, but you have to remember he's sacrificing his health for every rocket jump he does. Unless if you guys sacrifice the shotgun, which is greatly reducing by 60% explosive damage with the gunboats. So let's see where I would place each class here. Pretty hard to decide because soldier is arguably the most balanced class in the game. So against scout, it's kind of hard to say, but I'll actually say he's in this end more than anything else. And it really depends. If a soldier is using a direct hit is greatly a good counter to pyros and scouts because it will one-shot a scout, and it makes it far harder for pyros to reflect the rocket launcher or the rocket itself. So let's see where we put this one. For most cases though, I would actually say soldier is not that good against scout. He has a shotgun, but the thing is, the scout can do a lot of damage before a soldier can even output it. And a shotgun is way weaker than the scattergun. Also, a scout does have mobility, like not really a mobility advantage when it comes to going from point A to point B. But his 1 versus 1 ability is far greater than any other class. And scout will take this most of the time. He will definitely lose to a directed soldier if the soldier is competent enough to actually aim with it. But you have to remember it takes a lot of skill to use a direct hit, and it doesn't do as much splash damage, which makes it harder for a soldier to actually shoot on the ground and hit a scout, especially when the scout has double jump. So for the next one, this is kind of arguable because it's the similar issue to scout versus soldier, but I will actually say it really depends on how you use soldier. I would actually say Pyro is arguably more on the slightly loses, so I'm going to be putting him right here. Just because to counter a Pyro, if you're fighting a very good Pyro, either use the direct hit, even that might not work against him, because he can just reflect it. A perfect Pyro that plays dodgeball, if you guys know dodgeball mod, he can just reflect almost any projectile at any speed, and direct hit might not work against him. So Pyro, if they're in the same skill level, Pyro will most likely win. And the only way to beat a professional Pyro is having a shotgun. You have to keep switching and confusing the Pyro. So he thinks you air blast, that you're using the rocket launcher, but then you just shoot him while you air blast, which is wasting his ammo and his time. And they're very close in health. Pyro has 175, while soldier has 200. So a soldier should win, but the soldier is also, he has to resort to his shotgun, unless if he's fighting a Pyro that's worse than him in skill. So it's kind of arguable, but I would say slightly loses. It can be even if the Pyro is not as competent, but it really depends on how you use them. Now for the Demoman. Now Demoman is arguably, I would say, even. They even made an update between the soldier and Demoman fighting. And the thing is, I don't remember the update, but I wasn't there when it happened. It was quite a while back in Team Fortress 2 in its glory days. And Demoman and soldier are pretty even. Both of them have explosives. Both of them counter each other pretty quickly. I mean, the grenades do more damage, 100 damage, while the rocket launcher, the rockets don't do as much damage. But it really depends. Demoman is pretty much the closest to a generalist, second to a soldier when it comes to Team Fortress 2. So these two are pretty even. You can even say they're pretty much even if they have, for instance, a soldier has the gunboats and the gunboats and rocket launcher, and the Demoman has the sticky bomb launcher and the one of the shoes he has, the bootlegger or the other one. Both of them eventually have 200 health when you do that, and they even out. Their damage also evens out because Demoman is more destructive, while Soldier is more versatile in his gear. Now for Heavy. Heavy might arguably be it's kind of hard to say because a direct hit is way better against heavies than any other class. I mean, aside from maybe if you're competent with it, you can kill a scout pretty easily. But I would actually say might be a surprising thing with Soldier, but I think he softly counters heavies. Heavy is very slow. It really depends on the map. You can pretty much use the splash damage from rocket launchers to actually damage the heavy in corners. And the heavy has to rev up his minigun to even shoot you. You have a few seconds to damage him. He could be eating his sandwich, but even if he tries to cancel out his sandwich taunt sound, which many heavies do it if they're professional, Soldier could just come up to him with a shotgun or even use the direct hit or rocket launcher and kill them without even needing to look at them directly, which is pretty useful. But I think heavy's mobility is a big issue, and Soldier can exploit that by using his splash damage. That would be also the same thing with Demoman, which I'll talk to when I do his matchup. So for the next one is Engineer. And Engineer, I think he hard counters. Like, Soldier hard counters pretty hard. Not as much as Demoman, but Soldier, he hard counters Engineer almost every way. Engineer only has the short circuit to counter Soldier's rockets, but other than that, Soldier can just shoot in the corner if an Engineer is putting a sentry or nest in a corner, and he can just destroy all the nests in a few shots and kill the Engineer in the process. Sure, an Engineer can use a Wrangler to fend off his sentry and survive a bit more, but it's not going to help against a direct hit Soldier. Usually he would beat the Soldier if he tricks him, if he goes around while the Soldier is distracted by a sentry, and I guess wrench him or shoot him from the back, or with another teammate. But other than that, Engineer is just pretty weak against Soldier. That's how I see it. He's definitely a hard counter to him. Engineer is more of a team player than most of the other classes. Now Medic, no question, he gets hard countered. Sure, he has Uber, but he has no way to defend himself against Soldier. He is one of the fastest classes. He's supposed to be because he has to catch up with the scout as well. But he has no way to defend himself against a Soldier, especially if he has the rocket launcher. And I mean, most soldiers use a rocket launcher anyway, so pretty hard counter to Medic. And he just has no way to defend himself. He's a support class similar to an Engineer, but even less of an offensive class. Now, Sniper. Sniper, actually, I would say, he hard counters Soldier just because of his speed. Same issue with Heavy. He pretty much counters both of them, although Heavy is pretty much his biggest hard counters for the Sniper. And Sniper pretty much will win most of the time against a Soldier, unless if he doesn't charge his headshot. But it only takes one headshot, and like if he uses an SMG or just another shot, a regular shot from a sniper rifle, and the Soldier pretty much will die. But it really depends. A direct hit will be very effective against Sniper, similar to against Scout. But Sniper, if he's far enough, he will win most of the time. A close enough Sniper will lose because if he if he gets too close, splash damage is a thing, and soldier will kill him pretty easily. Also, staggering or making the sniper shake or move to different areas, knockback, will make it very hard for him to aim up close. Unless if you're an aimbotter, but at that point, like, sniper can pretty much beat any class, which is kind of unfair. And for the next one, and the last one, Spy. Now, Spy is probably the hardest class to put in here because this is one of the rarest matchups. Like, Spy versus Soldier. Spy has his stealth. He has an advantage in pretty much surprising the Soldier and backstabbing him. He also counters heavy pretty hard because of his speed. But the difference is, Soldier has great mobility if he rocket jumps. Also, he will probably accidentally kill a Spy if he's right behind him with the splash damage. And it happens many times. Like, Soldier, I would say, counters Spy, but it's not really exactly a counter. Spy can counter soldiers if they're unaware, but also a soldier can easily kill a Spy if they know where they are, or they randomly shoot somewhere and they kill them from splash damage, which happens quite a lot. It happened to me, it happened to many people I know, and especially in recordings. And that is it. So what do you think about this list, guys? Like, does it make any sense? I think that Soldier is the hardest for me to decide where to put everyone here, just because, as I said before, he's the most balanced class in the game, and he doesn't really have a hard counter. Like, Sniper, even Sniper can technically get soft countered by a Soldier if he uses the Liberty Launcher, which is the easiest rocket launcher to use in the game. Very good against squishy characters like the Scout, Sniper, Spy, and Engineer. But it's definitely like, Soldier has many sets that he can use and rocket launchers that he can use to his advantage to make himself more efficient against other classes, which makes him kind of hard to determine exactly. This is based more on the like the stock weapons of the Soldier. That'll be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notification bells for more videos like these. And just tell me if you guys agree with it or not. I want to see your comments about the list I did here. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.